Let's take you to the Cape Town Central Police Station where the EFF, we understand, has just opened a case against Paul Sullivan. It looks like the party's leaders are about to hold an impromptu briefing. Let's listen in.
Always leading the pack.
100%.
SABC must go
Thank
first.
you very much. And thank you very much for speaking to us. Just an outline of the events that brought you to Cape Town Police Station this morning.
As the whole country, and in fact the entire world, saw yesterday, Paul Sullivan appeared before the Ad Hoc Committee for proceedings, and he walked out before the committee was concluded. So according to the Powers and Privileges Act, Section 17, he is in contempt of Parliament, and it does carry a criminal offence which is equivalent to a fine or imprisonment or both. So the Speaker did not act as she should have. I don't know if she was eating scones also while this whole thing was going on. We allowed her up until 11:30 when proceedings ended, to act on this, and she wrote back to our Chief Whip last night saying that she's waiting for a legal opinion, and she will act if, what did she say, National Chair? If any. So we knew that she's not going to act, and this is what brings us here this morning. And it's not the first time, because if you go and ask her why she hasn't acted on that same man who threatened a witness during proceedings, the committee has written a report, a legal opinion has been given to her, and she didn't act on. She didn't act on summonsing Paul Sullivan, and she only acted after we had to put her on blast in the media and during social media, and then next minute Sullivan showed up here. So we are dealing with what looks like a captured parliament that has no interest of the people. Instead, they are protecting someone who even we don't know how he got his citizenship. And if you go through those documents we received from Home Affairs that none of you have asked for, you will see that this man is a fraudster. He has captured our justices. He was training our police. And we are not outraged that a man that has no qualifications at all in criminal justice law in the Constitution was training our police. There's just no shame, there's no outrage, but he was there. So this is what brings us here, protecting the country and standing up for our constituency, because the Speaker of Parliament has no interest in doing that.
For the benefit of our viewers, can you just lay out the framework going forward? How are you going to proceed as the committee against Paul Sullivan?
Well, we will be having our meeting, our Monday meeting, to see what's going to go, or how we are going to move. Obviously, it has to be a decision of the committee, and as we all know, in the committee, what matters is numbers. And in the committee, what happens is that at the end of the day, we have the GNU. You saw that DA showed they couldn't even hide it. You found the same person who was a witness and that was implicated in allegations that the Lieutenant General made, was the first one to speak out and say that there's no need for the man to come. Their attitude towards him was that they were just there to cover him up, and they had a very different attitude to Mr. Brown Mokgotsi, which actually they are two of the same people that have been doing the same thing here in the country. At least Brown is honest about his qualifications, and he doesn't pretend that he has matric when he doesn't have. So we'll have that discussion there, and we'll see how we move. What we do know, though, is that the ANC speaks one thing and they do something else. So they'll come here and they'll say, like Honorable Sangoni yesterday, you heard her? Oh, we will not tolerate spies in this country. You'll see there will be a very different outcome. So they say one thing and they do something else. But the people of South Africa can be rest assured that the economic freedom fighters are there, and we will do everything in our power to make sure that we protect our criminal justice system and rid it from these criminals, and also assist the leadership there of Parliament. Those guns must be removed because it's a problem.
The fact that Mr. Paul Sullivan has multiple passports and is said in the committee that he's got a private aircraft, as the EFF, do you not think that he can skip the country? And if that does happen, what would then happen?
You wouldn't be surprised. But also, we don't know if he actually does have a private aircraft, because he also said he had many houses in the UK before he came here. But the documents that he submitted to Home Affairs when he applied for a work permit is that he had one house and he actually had to sell it to come here. And it shows that he came here to be a salesman. So we don't know if he actually has that. And yesterday he took I think it was a SAF air flight. So we don't know if he actually has the aircraft. We don't know who this man is that has infiltrated, that has consistent meetings with IPID. We don't know. The man who can come there and you can have a DA member of parliament ask someone who they don't know where he even studied, what do you think the solution is to crime in South Africa? How do you ask someone like that who has just shown his true colors, has shown that he has no respect? All in one voice he says that he loves South Africa, he pledges allegiance to this country, and one of the three arms of state he got up and he walked out. Whether he liked us or not is immaterial. We were voted by the people of this country. So he is saying that the only time he respects this country is when we do whatever the hell he wants us to do. It doesn't work like that.
Leanne, is the issue that he did not complete his testimony, or the fact that he told MPs basically, you're not going to tell me that, and I'm not going to be dictated by you?
He didn't finish his evidence. And if you guys were on the ball, you would go and listen to what the evidence leader, remember he didn't work out during any of the members of parliament. It was during the evidence leader. Very calm, Advocate Mackenzie, very efficient. Go and listen to what she was asking and where she was leading, and you would know why he got up and left. And it was the same with our former national prosecutor. Why did she leave? The seat got hot.
All right, I think that's where we're going to leave it. That's the EFF just announcing that they've now formally laid a criminal complaint against Mr. Paul O'Sullivan. Of course, that charge relates to contravening the Powers, Privileges and Immunities Act. Of course, the committee will sit again on Monday to deliberate on how to proceed going forward against Mrs. O'Sullivan. But there is proposals on the table that the committee may write to him formally, and if they don't get joy in getting him to come to Parliament after that notification, then the last option would be to subpoena Mr. Paul O'Sullivan.